properties, which came up to $355,000. Now, if we take that and we go by the national average of 7% on that first year, we've just made almost $25,000 just in appreciation alone. Now, appreciation, that's the equity built through force of sales, and that's hypothetical until we actually extract it out of the property. But now your properties are now worth $379,000, almost $380,000, right? But if you calculated your net worth over the next 5 years, you're now $500,000. 10 years, you're at almost $700,000. 16 years, you're now a millionaire, owning properties free and clear. No more 30-year stuff. 26 years, you've now broke the $2 million mark by these 5 simple properties. I remember back as a kid, the house that I grew up in the city of Downey, my mom and dad had the opportunity to buy that property. A pharmacist owned the whole street, and he was asked, "You guys want to buy this for $23,000? No, can't afford it. Mortgage, what's a mortgage payment of $23,000? They had a renter's mentality. It's not that they couldn't afford it, renter's mentality. He came back a few years later, "Hey, I want to sell this property. Are you interested in $35,000? No. They said, no. You know what? They saw what I was doing in real estate. I said, enough is enough. Will you buy the freaking house? And they never took care of it. And that landlord never took care of the house either. And now the landlord's liquidating the houses because he's getting ready to hit 80 years old. And the house is a piece of junk. And at that time, I'll never forget, it was right around the year 2000. That house was valued just over $200,000. So we went from 1971, where it was offered for $23,000, to year 2000, where it's worth over $200,000, and they said no all along the way, just giving money over to that landlord. And how many times that landlord could have bought that house over and over and over again with the rent? It's insane, right? But then they bought the house. They bought it with my help, because the landlord sold the properties over to a community hospital, which is a nonprofit organization. They're not allowed to own assets. And I found out about it. And I went directly to them, and I said, "You're going to sell my mom this house. No, we're going to list them. We're going to list. You do that, and I'll make sure I tarnish you. You're going to sell this house to my mom. We're offering $130,000. We got it for $135,000. So my mom made a little over $70,000 in instant equity right there. Then they turned around and sold that house in 2005 for $438,000. Isn't that awesome? But they blew the money. I hate to say it. They did go buy another house, but they blew the majority of that money. Mom, Dad. I just wanted to put them in a headlock. But owning that one extra house, owning 5 houses, owning 20 houses, these are stepping stones to where we can all get on board. Maybe it takes you less than 20, 30. Maybe you can do it within the next 2 years. Maybe it takes a little bit longer than that. It doesn't matter. The whole point is setting that immediate, midterm, long-term goal, focus on it, be relentless towards your business, and accomplish the goals moving forward. It's important to take action. In fact, Abraham Lincoln said, "Even if you fall on your face, you are moving forward." You will fall on your face, you'll pick yourself up, and you will become that millionaire that you desire to be. Can everybody say cha-ching? Cha-ching. Come on, cha-ching. Cha-ching. All right. Now, it puts cash in your pocket every single month, creates wealth at the same time. Here's the top 6 benefits. Number 6, all properties are paid off in 15 years. You own them free and clear if that's what you desire to do. Number 5, annual rental income is now $48,000, and that's at the beginning year of year 1, not including the rental increases. You own 5 properties free and clear, which creates options in life. Options in life. Do I go to Catalina for vacation or Bora Bora? That's up to you, right? Options in life. Number 3, projected values over $1 million within the next 16 years. You've got the options, and the number 1 benefit for everybody here is financial security. You don't have to worry anymore. You want to work? Great, work. That's what Warren Buffett does. Do you think Warren Buffett has to work? No. But he better, because he owns my favorite store, See's Candy. So he better keep it going, right? But he doesn't have to. All it takes is 5 rental properties to get started. So here's your goal. Invest in 1 or more properties per year. If you have mattress money, if you have retirement money, whatever it takes, whether you do it through me or someone else or on your own, doesn't matter. Get the help, buy at least 1 a year. If you can't do 1 a year, that's cool. Do 1 every other year. Just get on that track. Then, if you get a mortgage against these properties, attack them if your goal is to own them free and clear. Or you can do cash out refis and go buy more properties. Completely up to you. There's lots of strategies to use. But these properties must be affordable to you, to the tenant, and to your future home buyer. Because what's important is that you optimize your portfolio, and I personally like to roll my properties over like a snowball, like I mentioned earlier, getting bigger, bigger, and bigger. They must be cash flowing, and I'm not talking like a little $100, $150 here. You know, you should be at least $200 plus net cash flow. And the other thing is they've got to be desirable to you, to your tenant, and to your future home purchaser. Okay? And for me, what's extremely important, which I'm in a position to put this in front of cash flow, they have to be in markets that appreciate. Because I don't want to be stuck buying properties in some place in Illinois where I buy properties today for $355,000, my 5 properties, and 16 years later, they're still worth $355,000. That doesn't make sense to me. I want them to be worth over $1 million is what I want. Take a look at this house here. It's 1,500 square feet, 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath, $48,000, pulls in just over $10,000 a year in gross rents. You net it all out, the investor is making $57.44 per year in true net income, and the cap rate is just under 12%. Now, if you're interested in this, I'm going to direct you in a few different ways. Number 1, in September, in October 28th, we are going to Cleveland, and we're going to offer a tour. There's absolutely nothing for sale. In fact, you can even ask Linda in the back, right? She's been on a couple tours of mine. I don't offer properties for sale. There's nothing for sale. You can go to my website. There's nothing for sale. I have an investor queue. All of my investors in line waiting for our properties because of the values that we offer them. Okay? It doesn't take long to get through the queue. 4 to 6 weeks max to get you a property. But we're going to have a tour, and our plan is this. Friday night, we're going to the Cavaliers game. Okay? That's the plan. Saturday morning, we'll get together downtown. We'll have an hour and a half's time with our power strategy session, where my team is going to get together, consisting of escrow and title, property management, maybe an auction bidder, contractors. Everybody's going to be there to explain their services, and then there will be a Q&A session. I will enlighten you with lots of boring statistics about the area. Then we'll board the luxury bus and we'll tour downtown to show you exactly what the city is doing, and then we'll go hit suburbs. You're going to take a look at what you can get for $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. You're going to be walking through properties I just purchased, and I'm going to say, watch your step, because the place is a mess. You're going to go through properties that are under rehab, and you're going to go through properties that are now turnkey. So you'll see everything from A to Z. Then that evening, we'll get together and have dinner, and then on Sunday, we're going to go see the Brown football game. Okay? Now, the Cavaliers and the Browns are optional. The tour is not. Okay? But we have a lot of fun when we go out. And that'll be on October 28th. It is $97 per person, 147 married couple. Yes, you got to be married. Okay? Now, another thing is that I get a lot of funny people. So, the other thing is you might want to download this. If you go to Black Belt Investors and you go to investments, I can't remember the navigation pin, investments or investment properties, it'll lead you right over to remote rehabs, and you can download my new book that I just wrote. Okay? Kind of cool, gives you a lot of strategies and information about how to run numbers and such. Pretty darn cool. Okay? Now, because you attended today, I'd like to offer you something free if it's okay with Dan. Is it okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right, his house is now open for a party tonight. And no, what I'd like to do is offer you a fix and flip calculator. Anybody interested in that? Where you plug in all the numbers, figure out if it's a good deal or not? All right, so what I've got in the bag is this little green paper. You'll fill it out, put your name on there. Make sure you print clearly. I know some of you write like you write with your feet. Make sure it's clear so we understand it. And then make sure we got your email address. If interested, quarterly we send out about a 6 to 10 page report of what's happening in the market and what our strategies are for certain markets. That's absolutely free. We send that out by postal mail only. So if you're interested in that, you'll give us your mailing address. And with that, this coming week, we'll have my office send you out the calculator. Okay, we'll send it via email. It's pretty cool. It looks kind of like this here. You start plugging the numbers where it's all red, and it starts projecting exactly what your return's on. A little bit more to it than what I got up on the slide, but it's very easy to use. Your kids can figure it out. Okay? All right, skip that. Now, here's the conclusion of today. What's important always is education. Education creates knowledge. Now, everybody in here is knowledgeable about something. Everybody here has a special skill set. Mine happens to be business. I'm fantastic when it comes to finances and romances, but anything after that, not so good. But everybody's got knowledge. But what good is knowledge if you don't put it into action? Because there is a huge difference between being knowledgeable and obtaining wisdom. Huge difference. Knowledge is a person that's all book smarts. But that person that becomes book smarts and puts it into action starts gaining wisdom. So I suggest that you connect with Dan and become one of his students. Get mentored. Focus on a specific niche, whatever you're after. Whatever appeals to you, you must focus on it. Don't go buy into getting a bunch of different boot camps, because you'll become a jack of all trades and a master of none. Okay? You got to figure out which niche in real estate is going to get you to the path if this is something you want to do. Maybe you've already got the cash and want to retire and buy rentals. Maybe so you need to produce the paychecks. What's it going to take to get there? But if I'm going to pick a mentor, I'm going to make sure I've got a mentor that's been through the recession. A mentor that has been there, done that. And I'm also going to pick a mentor. If I'm going to be wholesaling, for example, I'm going to go get a wholesaling mentor. I'm not going to go to an apartment guy to learn wholesaling. It's a completely different animal. So be mentor specific. Get the education. Does anybody in here believe education is important? Fantastic. Who loves country music in here? Quit listening to it. Put my podcast in there. Start learning on the way to work. What the hell's wrong with you guys listening to people getting drunk and beating their dog? All right. Consultation is important. Consultation is important because if you're not having a coach in your corner, how do you know what you're doing right or wrong? Do you think the two top fighters tonight, the number one fighter from the UFC, Conor McGregor against Mayweather, the number one boxer ever, going into the ring, you think they're going in the ring by themselves? No. You think they got a coach in their corner? They have coaches in their corner. And they've had coaches throughout the whole time. It's extremely important that you get consulting along your journey to make sure that you're reducing the risk factors. You must put together a plan. It doesn't have to be 9-month phone book thick type of plan. I'm more the guy that I approach things ready, fire, aim. I'm a sink or swim type of guy. Some people have to be a little bit more methodical in regards to their plan. But whatever the plan is, keep it simple and make sure that the goals are obtainable. Don't put them so far out there that you can't reach them. Okay? Get it going, because the plan's no good unless you actually put it into action. And then your job is to do one house per year. If you guys can't get the rental properties right now, then flip a house. If you're able to get a rental property, then buy that house. You gotta get it going so that you can start attaining these goals. It's extremely important. Now you'll be on the path of financial security. All right, if you're interested in anything I mentioned today, I'll hang out for a little bit today, but I'm going to rush off because the fight is on time. Again, I do have this one paper here in regards to the calculator and newsletter. The other thing is, I'm going to be talking about wholesaling, okay? Bar none, ask anybody in California to do more wholesale deals than anybody, okay? I say that on video, right here, okay? I'll be teaching a little bit about wholesaling here at Linda's event in Santa Monica. I will also hold some workshops happening at the end of September throughout different locations in Southern California. If you're interested in learning how to buy, fix, and flip or wholesale properties here locally, then I've got a wholesale training camp that's being offered. And I did hear someone in the back, so I pulled these out. I own this company, Jabbermouth Marketing. Okay, we market. Our niche is really working with small business and real estate entrepreneurs. So if you're lacking business cards, if you're lacking a truly good website, SEO, social media marketing, then you might want to check these guys out because we do it for a fraction of the cost of what everybody else does it for. Okay? All right, guys, thanks again. God bless you guys. Have a fantastic Saturday. Appreciate your time.
Sensei, I just want to ask you,
Yeah.
I know you'll be here for at least a half hour working with people that, want to do what you have to offer. After that, are you going to take off and leave? Because the restaurant over here opens up at 5 in about a half hour. So if anybody wants to kind of hang out and network, we're going to be there. I'm just not sure if Sensei's...
Yeah, I won't be there. Yeah.
He won't be there. Okay,
I
so
won't.
anybody
But
else...
thank you. I appreciate the invite.
Sure. Anybody else? Hang out.
Wait, is his real name Sensei?
What's that?
Thank you.
That's not his real name.
Sensei.
It's his real name? Teacher? Japanese?
You're interested in what I'm saying? Okay.